So we've got some young engineers here today. On my left side we have
Austin.
And on my right side we have
Adam.
And they're here because we've got something really special from Brazil. It's a product produced by Mola. It came in this giant box, an engineering kit that is not only just for the young engineers, but also the older engineers like me. Let's just have a look at what they sent me. You see, it comes with this fascinating kit. It comes with springs, tires, and magnets. And what engineer doesn't love magnets? So they sent this first kit here that allows you to do more of that stability. You can see it's got cross bracing and walls and diaphragm forces. We've got our second kit here that helps you visualize some of those critical connections and buckling actions. And then we've got our third kit, which is the one they're actually looking for, that will keep all the way to the end, which is tension tie and bridges. And we're going to be building this bridge. Now, I do have to mention something. They did send it to me for free, but this was in exchange for this review and me using it in my videos. However, they don't have any control of what I say or what I say in this review. So this is all my own words. My name's Brendan, your structural engineer. Now let's get into it.
Let's get into it. Let's get into it.
Now we're going to start with this first kit here, which comes with this magnetic tray and all these other magnets. We're going to build it up quickly, but let's build this first one and see what we can find and some of the structural dynamics that we can learn. See, now this is the first part. So we've built our columns up, we've got our column bases. We have these little triangle pits here that allows us to mimic column fixity. So you snap in here, it allows us to make that column fixity. When we push the one at the back, it just slides over. When we go to the one in the front with the column fixity, we can see we're getting bending actions. So we can either choose a pin connection or a fitch connection for these type of connections. Now let's keep building. So this kit also has these tires. So these are no good in compression, but they're really good in tension. So we can use them to mimic cross bracing in a building. And so now we've got this piece here. This piece is going to act more like your slab diaphragms. You see it's a nice rigid piece and it still snaps in with those magnets. You want to put it in, Oscar? Now we can do something fascinating with this one. We've got cross bracing on one side, yet we've got a moment frame in the long direction. So if we push the short direction, we can see it's really rigid. But if we push the long direction, we can see we can push it over and it waves backwards and forwards. You can see that oscillation that we see inside buildings. So if we've got an earthquake, we can see we can get really funky shapes with how the building's behaving under an earthquake. And we can see it shakes backwards and forwards. But there's one ways that we can deal with this. Firstly, we can create more rigid connections. So we can put cross bracing in the bottom here, which I'll add in later. But what you can also do is add dampening to the top of the building to stop this sway. Now, if we just do this one test, let's watch how it rocks backwards and forwards and watch how long it takes for that oscillation to stop. However, there's a really simple way that we can stop the oscillation, and that's through just adding a little bit of water on the top. Now, what this does is helps counterbalance some of that load. So I've got a tub of water. We'll add it to the top. We'll see what happens to the sway of the building. Add it to the top. Now, all we're going to do is push it. Now, watch this. You see how much slower it is? Let's try again. We'll push it over. We can see it stops that sway. Do you know why?
Because it's heavy and it's making it stop.
But what happens is in the water, as you rock backwards and forwards, the waving of that water counterbalances that load. So once we put it up there, do you want to push it and try? Okay, you want to try as well? You can push it a little bit more. See how it breaks? But if we do the same thing, now you try and push it the same way as what you just did. See how much more it oscillates? So when we put that water on top and we see the earthquake that we had before, we can see that it does not shake as much. Where before, when we were shaking it, we can see it was so much more. But however, if it goes off to the side, we can see we get a big collapse. So that wasn't because of the water, it was because of the weight and the failing of the diaphragms. But we can see that's a good example. If we don't have a good connection of the diaphragms, we'll have a catastrophic failure. So that's another reason why you need to have a good connection to your diaphragms. Now let's pack this up and move on to the next kit. If you're interested in pick up one of these kits, I've got affiliate links in the below description. It doesn't cost you any more, but it helps support my channel. Now let's bring up model kit 2, which is all about the buckling forces, and we've got some tie actions as well. But we'll be doing more of that buckling assessment that we can see here. Now, before I go too far, I probably do point out that it also does come with these handy manuals about some of the things that you can do as well. We're going to build this one quickly.
When I adult, I just worked every day in structural engineering. Like you, Daddy.
Yeah. We've finished this one, and we'll see we've got a bracing frame, we've got a columns, we've got a buckling. We've also got this one that's providing moment fixity in through here. We'll snap that in place. This is a really good one to show the different buckling shapes and how if we move a buckling shape, how it affects the design of the column. So we'll take off this bottom one now. We'll put some cross bracing in there a little bit later. But if we watch now, if we push down on this column, what do you think is going to happen when I press down?
It'll fall.
It might not fall.
It won't.
Oh, it does fall. Why don't we get some fixity at the base?
Fixity?
Fixity, so we can see it actually snapped at midpoint. But we probably also need to get some more fixity around the midpoint to try and get that bending moment capacity up. Well, let's get rid of the pin connection at the base again. You see how it's just bowing out in one direction? Can you see that? But now watch what happens when we just get a little bit of central diaphragm fixity. We'll get the model back into place. We'll mimic what we would get if we got a cross bracing in the diaphragm. So we'll add some tension ties in there as well. So now when we try and press it, what do you think is going to happen?
It would not fall.
Let's try. So when you can see that, see how we're getting the double S curvature? Can you see that, how it makes an S shape? Where before it wasn't an S shape, wasn't it? It was more like a C. So this S shape means that you got double curvature. And because of that double curvature, gives you a lot of additional capacity out of that column. So we can see just the basic of how we get fixity on a floor, how it can help us.
Fixity?
We can see now it's only bending in one direction, yeah? It's a lot more stronger. And that's why the height of the column really matters, and getting that fixity through a connection helps us. And that's why we can have a reduced buckling lengths. Okay, guys, now we're going up to the epic one. We're going to build the bridge. Are we excited?
Yes!
Now, there's a couple of things. With the bridge, it gets a little bit more complex, and I've had to do a little bit of setup to make sure it's done in sufficient time. But you have these big string of balls, and you know, you don't need to worry. You have more than enough. So I've got leftovers here that I've got for a different build, and I've also got this additional leftover, and you're using this cutter to cut them open.
Go here. We need a triangle.
Bing, bang, a bong.
Ooh.
And then we got to balance them out so they're at the same height. So they've been there because the problem is right, see how it sways, so we also need to cross brace the bridge. Is that cool? Got the bridge. So do you know how the bridge is working? So it's got this tension tie, so you've got the cable that comes all the way down here. So what's happening is we've got the tension coming in here, so the tension comes up here, the tension tied up. So you see this is in tension. You see if we move it, watch, you push it here, see how the bridge moves? because it's in tension, it makes it tauter. So the more tension we can get into it, the more tension we can get out of the system. You see we've balanced it out as well. You see how we've moved each part to try and be even. So now the bridge is nice and flat, right? And when we push it, see it's stable because the cross bracing is helping us.
Yeah, but this one.
It's still good enough. Still working. See? Where if we took the cross bracing out. Now try. It's very wobbly, right?
Easy.
We'll put it back in because we're forming up the truss. Now, so we can see we've got quite a high quality. Everything's made out of metal. We've got a little bit of plastics here in the balls, but as a high quality, you could have anything in the office. If you need to teach some architects about some structural mechanics, teaching your kids, maybe don't do such a big session like we did. They got a little bit tiresome by the end. But it's really enjoyable for them to be able to play with actual structural mechanics and learning the structures behind it. If you want to learn a little bit more about structural engineering, there's probably one thing you may not know. That's really simple that every engineer should know. And I'll have the link to the video here. If you want to support the channel, there's two ways that you can do this. There's either the links to my Patreon or you can become a YouTube member. Without the support of my YouTube members or patrons, this type of content would not be possible. And as always,
Stay safe and keep learning. Stay safe and keep learning.
bye guys.
Bye.